Various rumors are currently spreading around James Bond 25 with Daniel Craig. One of them is that Oscar winner Rami Malek is supposed to be the desired choice of the Bond villain. This seemed extremely unlikely for a long time, as Malek's shooting schedule for Mr. Robot's final season would have to put a spoke in the wheel. However, as the Bond producers are desperate to win over the highly wanted Malek, a compromise has been reached, according to some well-connected sources. Rami Malek is supposed to switch back and forth between the sets. At the moment they are still in the salary negotiations, which will be anything but cheap for the Bond team. After all, the actor's market value increases enormously with his Oscar win. On Daniel Craig's side as James Bond there should also be 2 Bond girls. One of them is assumed to belong to the MI6 like Bond himself, while the other one is connected to the villain and is played by Lupita Nyong'o. We'll find out who will eventually join the cast and who won't by April, since that's the official shooting start of Bond 25. The planned release is 1 year later on April 10th, 2020. The fact that a second part of the horror thriller A Quiet Place will be released has been known for quite some time, but now new details about the cast and the director have been published. If you haven't seen the first part yet, you should skip this part due to spoiler danger. According to reports, John Krasinski, who already directed the first part, will probably take the lead behind the camera again. And also in front of the camera we will see familiar faces again. According to Hollywood Reporter, the 2 children Millicent Simmons and Noah Jupe will definitely come back. The negotiations with Emily Blunt in the role of the mother are still in progress. The crux of the matter is probably her salary. Emily Blunt, who actually cut salaries in the high single-digit millions, demanded only $1 million for the very successful first part, probably mainly for the sake of her husband and director John Krasinski. Nevertheless, an agreement should be reached quickly. After all, A Quiet Place achieved a turnover of over $340 million with a budget of just $17 million. The fact that A Quiet Place 2 is meant to be a sequel to the first part can be clearly seen in the return of the actors. Other theories, like a prequel or a story about another family, are therefore very unlikely. Since the script isn't finished yet, everything else is pure speculation. However, we still have to wait a bit until the cinema release, as it's scheduled for May 14th, 2020. That a sequel to Aquaman is planned has already been mentioned in one of our previous news episodes. Now we finally know when exactly we will be able to see Jason Momoa on screen again. A US cinema release for Aquaman 2 is scheduled for December 16, 2022, which is almost exactly 4 years after the first part. That James Wan returns as a director is also already known, as long as the script is right, according to Wan. There should be plenty of time for a good script and there won't be a lack of money either. After all, Aquaman has earned almost $1.1 billion so far. Contrary to some rumors, MCU blockbuster Black Widow will not become a R-rated movie. At least that's what Marvel boss Kevin Feige said in a recent interview, so the thread of the child-friendly MCU films will be continued. Too bad, many fans will think. After all, this would have suited the background of the ex-double agent and her training as a tough KGB hitwoman. However, you can still look forward to Scarlett Johansson in the role of Natasha Romanoff, as the story itself is exciting, with or without heaps of blood. According to some reports, Black Widow will be released next year, but there are no official announcements yet. Aquaman villain Yahya Abdul-Mateen is supposed to take over the role of Candyman in Jordan Peele's new Candyman. His predecessor Tony Todd, who played this role in the past 3 parts, won't return to the screen. Nevertheless, the planned film should be understood as a sequel to the first part and should again be located in Chicago's Cabrini Green residential project. More information is not yet known at this point, but we can expect a cinema launch on June 12, 2020. The most important awards ceremony of the year for film fans now lies behind us. For those of you who have missed it, we've prepared the following overview for you. The Academy's most prestigious and important award is of course the one for the best movie. A little surprisingly, Peter Farrelly's comedy Green Book succeeded over his top-class comrades Black Panther and co. Rami Malek can call himself the best leading actor for his outstanding role as Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody, who won against Christian Bale and Bradley Cooper among others. The female counterpart to him is Olivia Colman, who received the only Oscar for the film The Favourite as Best Leading Actress, out of 10 nominations. The second Oscar for Green Book went to Mahershala Ali for Best Supporting Actor. For the first time in 6 years, Disney did not win in the category Best Animation Film, as they had to admit their defeat against Spider-Man Into a Spider-Verse. Other notable winners are Black Panther and Roma with 3 Oscars each, as well as Wise, BlacKkKlansman and First Man with 1 Oscar each.